God damn.
Man, goddamn is right. Goddamn is right, man. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another edition of your Friday news here at NHP, man. This is episode 236 of the news, and welcome back, like I said, to another edition of it. Um, If this is your first time watching and you guys do not know how the show works, every Monday we are on here live after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted. Every Monday we're live after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted. Every Friday at 4 p.m. Central we are on here with the news and for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW. We are live directly after a show goes off the air with the official post-show review. If you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is Can Jimmy Fix the Broken Bloodline? That is episode 216, I believe, or 17 of Unscripted, one of the two, of Unscripted. And if you guys did miss that, as well as this past weekend's Wrestle Dream review, you guys can now watch both of those on all platforms, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live like I said, Monday after Monday Night Raw and for the pay-per-views for AEW and WWE directly after the show. And with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys have not got a chance to pick up some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can get the beautiful newest piece of NHP merch to commemorate the rebrand of the podcast with the next chapter design, as you can see on your very screen. Again, that is available on bonfire.com. A link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very podcast. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Things been pretty normal. I would say. Just been chilling out, man, waiting for Full Gear and Survivor Series weekends. Excited for those 2 weekends, man. So building up to those, I'm excited for those. We got those next month. And I'm excited, man. Yeah, it was a good week, gonna be a good weekend, and gonna be a good day. We got MCMG tonight. I'm excited to see how they do that. And I'm good. And I definitely can't wait for Monday and for that episode of Dynamite we got. So be ready for another one for you guys on Monday. But I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing? Live chat. How you doing, Belle? How you doing? How you doing? Anyone else that comes in? Um, what about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, bro. Just chilling, bro. Just chilling, and yeah, nothing too much, bro. Nothing too much. Just getting closer, getting closer and closer to the, I guess, more into Halloween, November type season. Getting closer and closer to War Games, bro. So other than that, man, nothing too much going on over here. But yeah, bro. Yeah, but as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, OG? Thank you guys for being here as always. And whether you guys are here now or a part of the Replay Mafia, my guys JT and JB, how are you guys doing, bro? And thank you guys as always for joining us, man. So, um, man, see, in a weird way, I am excited for Full Gear because I'm starting to get I'm starting to get a sense of what really makes AEW tick, and I'm starting to get a sense of the only nights that, you know, the only nights that I feel AEW morale is up, or the only nights that I feel that people like and tolerate AEW is on the night of their pay-per-views. And I'm seriously, I seriously genuinely question how how prestigious is the name of Mr. Pay-per-view, because as far as I'm concerned, those are the easiest shows to book If anything, that says more about Tony Khan as a booker than anybody else as a fucking booker, because Tony Khan, I don't understand how he can be praised for being called Mr. Pay-Per-View when they're the easiest fucking thing to book when you have a roster with the level of his. There's no way
Mm-hmm.
you can put on a there's no way you could put on a bad show, I mean. There's absolutely no way you could put on a bad show. So I seriously question people that call him Mr. Pay-Per-View and how prestigious that is, because a lot of fans they take, they take serious pride in Tony Khan being Mr. Pay-Per-View. And I don't understand that, because how good is your pay-per-view when you come out of the pay-per-view and the fucking Dynamite afterwards is one of the worst fucking things that you could have ever possibly done coming out of the fucking pay-per-view? I mean,
That episode was so ass.
what the fuck? What the fuck was that again? Here I sit again for the second week in a row questioning what the fuck was that Dynamite again.
And it's a shit show, man. It's a fucking shit show. I can't wait for Monday so we could dissect that fucking episode of Dynamite, because it was just dynamite through and through, and that's not a good thing at this point.
I don't get it, bro. I do not fucking get it. I seriously, again, I seriously question these fans and how they let him get away with, you can't say anything bad about Tony Khan, man. He's Mr. Pay-Per-View. Fuck Mr.
Mr.
Pay-Per-View.
Pay-Per-View
Fuck that
needs to
name,
be
dude.
Mr. Boss.
Dude, he should be Mr. Good fucking Show. He should be Mr. Good Television. You said it last week.
Like,
I don't know why somebody always has to pick up the burden of putting on shit-ass television. Why can't everybody
what?
just be good?
Like, dude, everybody, no one can all be good at once, dude. Someone always gotta be ass for no reason. Like, bro, why of all things can NXT be ass? Why is NXT one of the good ones? Like, dog, what happened?
I
What happened? Like,
again, again I sit here and again I say that was one of the worst episodes of Dynamite I think I've ever seen in these 5 fucking years. 5 years. I've never seen more. And what they did with John Moxley's group, the Blackpool Combat Club is obviously amazing. Who they're putting him around, the comments made on commentary, the the decisions they had for certain people to, come face to face with each other. The what the fuck is this show? What is this
one thing
show?
One thing I gotta say now, I can't wait for Monday, dude. That commentary, dude. Why are you saying it's a new era of Dynamite like it's a fucking rebrand? Like you just got a new logo, John Moxley, instead of the new era of Dynamite, all happy and shit. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Don't talk about it like
They
that.
should be concerned. They should
Yeah,
be.
like,
They should have a little bit of fucking tremble in their voice. Well, John Moxley, he stated this was going to be a new era. Tonight we're going to find out what that means. Hopefully it's for the betterment of AEW and not the fucking way John Moxley's currently been on. That's how they could say it, speaking kayfabe. But, like, dude.
it's so fucked.
It
It is
was
so fucked. Can't wait till Monday.
It was another horrible episodes of Dynamite, and it was one of those episodes of Dynamite again. This show was getting memed. This show was getting laughed at. I'm laughing. The logic fucking gap, bro. What? The logic
Yeah,
gap in the
you
Adam
got
Cole
fucking that.
storyline, bro.
Oh, that shit is so fucked. Action ready, flipping and flopping
Dude,
during a fucking beatdown. Like, dude, that shit was fucked through and through.
dude. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I don't want. I don't want to go. I don't want to go
I don't go
on.
too deep
I don't.
now.
I don't want to put. I don't want to pull my cards out on the table, bro. But God, I mean, it just. I don't understand. But speaking of AEW, we actually have something here for you guys. The typical, as you've seen in my tweet, we have the quarterly all elite crate to currently on this episode. I'll only be opening mine because Sir K didn't get his yet.
It's it's literally out for delivery right now. It'll probably come like halfway through the show or at the end. So might as well just open it now.
All right, well, at least you'll know what you're in store for. So this is the full gear. I'm telling you right now, if these motherfuckers don't give me a Swerve or a Danielson or something of a Mariah May, something of interest, then I'm starting to get really aggravated with this crate because it's been a while since we got something actually unique out of this crate.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, we get the full gear 2024 crate menu. Okay, so the spoilers on the back of the card.
Oh no. And silence.
Oh,
Oh god.
I,
Oh no.
I'm okay. All right, so the first thing you get is a Dante Martin autographed 8x10. A a Speaking of one of the guys springboarding during the brawl, you know, simultaneously that was one of my favorite parts of Dynamite because
Oh
the way that shit
mocked.
was getting memed on Twitter, I was dying laughing. But anyways, as soon as I load up Twitter, I just seeing all these I'm seeing all these memes and I'm seeing all these clips of these guys just springboarding during a fucking brawl.
Brawl.
So hey, you get a Hangman Page label pin, a Micro Brawler Minis Series 2, Mercedes Monet sticker, 10% off, shop AEW order, Death Triangle full gear poster, a Young Bucks wallet, and an Excalibur Micro Brawler. The
Throw that
first
away.
of the two shirts is called Overhated, and it is a Britt Baker t-shirt.
What?
Britt fucking Baker
Okay.
made the crate.
Bro. What the Tony. I get she's your homie, but like dog, ain't nobody give a fuck about Britt Baker in the year 2024, bro. It's 2024. Dog, that is a crime. Yeah, I'm glad I canceled that subscription.
And the second one, I guess I mean, at least this is okay. Is called The King, and it is a MJF shirt. So,
MJF?
but yeah,
He's got one already.
let's go ahead and open these up.
Okay.
Let's start with the Britt Baker one because Britt Baker was actually in one not too long ago. This shirt is probably getting given away. It says overrated, but the H is or the R in rated is drawn over with an H. Overhated.
He's
DMD.
fucking. Uh,
Ass.
that would be a great Jamie Hader shirt.
That's true. Well, you
I,
know,
I,
it wouldn't, man. She doesn't get any new merch upon her fucking return to the company.
we haven't seen her since.
MJF.
Ugh.
This thing is okay. It's kind of eh. I don't. It has its cat on it. It has two lions. It's kind of mid. Yeah. This is kind of mid. How the fuck? Honestly, bro, this is probably if not this is probably one of the last All Elite crates I get. I'm really getting tired with this box, and again, there's no exclusivity in it. Back when, and you know, I hate to use this as an example because AEW fans are gonna think I'm just purposely going out of my way to mention this man, but when
I do.
yeah, when CM Punk was in the company, like I could, and I'm saying this because the crate that we did get that CM Punk shirt in, it was those kind of shirts were exclusive, right? There was no shirt up on AEW on shopaew.com that looked like that one. These days, this is so lazy, and I don't know how the fuck they don't get called out for this, but this is this is really lazy, man. This is and the Britt Baker one. I can't even pick that shirt up again. I threw it over. I threw it over across the room. I tossed it on I tossed it on my fucking bed, bro. But dude, what is I can't even pick that one up, bro. But what is this, dude? What? Why the fuck would I want to wear a shirt with MJF's cat on it? I'm sorry, man. The cat is really cute, but I don't want to wear your cat on my shirt, bro. I'm sorry. Again, you got a cute cat, bro. I like he or she, they're a beautiful color. The orange, the white, and the black with the green eyes. A beautiful cat, but dude, I don't. Then what is this? What is this fucking melted cheese ass orange on this shirt? This is lazy as fuck. You're telling me you couldn't have fucking done I mean, there's so much you could have done. A wolf, you could have done an MJF wolf shirt, even though you had him drop the gimmick apparently because he just didn't want to play a heel or he didn't want to be babyface, which was the rumor. That's a great way to expand your character. Just switch back because you don't feel like playing the role. Make it fucking work. Anyways, not the point. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting fed up with this shit. This was the Full Gear. I don't know how we didn't get a Danielson. I don't know how we didn't get a Moxley. I don't know how we didn't get a Swerve. I don't know how we didn't get something. I don't know.
Literally something. Britt Baker. Come on, dog.
I'm sorry, man. And I don't know. That's pretty trash. That's pretty trash.
That's pretty ass, dude. Britt Baker and MJF, two people we've gotten already. I literally and the ones we got from them weren't that great either. I think the Britt Baker one was decent when we got it. I think that's the one that came with Punk,
It
and I think
is.
that
That
one
one
was
was
pretty
pretty nice.
decent. Yeah,
But Britt was
but I
actually
remember the
pretty
MJF
cool then.
one was ass. Yeah, exactly. I remember I hated that MJF the Kiss the Ring shirt. I think that's the one we got. Fucking
Yeah.
to work shirt now,
Yeah.
because it's like, who the fuck would I wear a Kiss the Ring shirt?
Kiss
Like,
the
it's
ring.
just like, kiss my ass, dude. What the fuck is this? What did we? Britt Baker. Come on, dog.
Yeah, and every time when they sent me that Osprey shirt, I was so pissed, dude. If you're gonna
I
give me
was
an
so
Osprey
mad.
shirt, please give me the Billy Goat skull. I do not want a fucking shirt that says "bruv." I mean, I'll wear it.
No.
I'll wear it because it's my only Will Osprey shirt. But like nine
I don't
times out of
wear
10,
mine,
bro.
really.
Like 9 times out of 10, dude, I want a Billy Goat skull. But no, I mean nothing against I mean, man, nothing. I mean, bro, again, man. I mean, he's got a beautiful cat, bro. But I'm sorry, man. I'm not wearing something with somebody else's animal on it. I mean, I mean, I would probably wear a shirt if it had my dogs or my cats on it. But like,
Yeah.
I'm
Not
sorry,
weird.
bro.
Another person's animal.
I don't have an emotional attachment enough to your animal to wear your shirt. Again, my animals by all means. I love my
Fuck yeah, I
dogs
would wear
and
that.
100%. But like, bro, what the fuck? Um, why is it a like medieval type shirt with a fucking cat on the bottom?
It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
It's like they make these shirts for the wrestlers to wear themselves, and they don't fucking
They
think
really
about
do.
what an actual fan would wear.
Like this, it's ass. I want a Britt Baker, and why would you include MJF at the end of the day? And have it be the most generic shirt ever. I don't get it. I really don't understand, man.
Coming out of All In, how you even decided to fucking put her in the crate is a crime in
It's
itself.
insane. Was Mercedes ever in one of these crates?
No.
Like, bro, I don't. I mean, I want a Mercedes shirt at this point, but like, why is she in it and not Mercedes? Like what? What kind of word? How I use Mariah May nor Tony? Well, Tony Storm had one, so I'll give her that. But so did Britt. I'd rather get another Tony Storm than another Britt
Or
shirt. I'll tell
Mariah
you that
May.
much. Like, what are you doing here? Give me a Willow shirt. Literally anybody on that roster besides Britt Baker or that women's division, I'll take.
They couldn't have done like
Well,
a silhouette or a little cartoon, like drawing type thing of Mariah May holding up Tony Storm's head with blood all over it, like from the
that'd be
fucking
sick.
infamous turn. Like, bro, they couldn't have gave us something like that. I mean, again, that shirt is something that it seems MJF would enjoy wearing because it has his cat on it, and it's, you know, maybe some colors that he might like, and that seems like something Britt Baker would like to wear because a lot of people call her overrated, but she thinks she's overhated. That's that. That's
Mm.
again. It just it look. That's incredibly fucking lazy, man, and that's probably going to be one of, if not the last. With all this Moxley storyline and shit going on, I'll probably give them one more fucking stab at it just to see if we get some
Mm.
sort of cool John Moxley shirt or something in there. But bro,
So
what the
fucked.
fuck? So that's the
I
All
think
Elite crate.
I actually do think I will get the next one because I already took the payment for the next one, so I think I'm due for one more, but I did cancel it, so I think this next one is technically my last one.
Nice. So let's start you guys off with more AEW news. Jimmy Jacobs. So
Mm.
obviously we talked about it a little on the Wrestle Dream review, but Jimmy Jacobs is done with AEW. He has exited the company. Jimmy Jacobs has parted ways with AEW after serving on the promotion's creative division since June of 2023. The split was reportedly amicable, but a slew of reports have flooded in about the alleged backstage disagreements, boasting claims that Jacobs was strongly against pushing Daniel Garcia. He was strongly against pushing Daniel Garcia, amongst other stories. However, people shouldn't read into that negativity. Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer looked into this matter on an episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio and attempted to shine some light on the truth about his relationship with the promotion. Alvarez noted that there is a possibility that Jacobs could return down the line, while Meltzer claimed at this at oh my bad, I completely read that wrong. While Meltzer claimed that his sources did not mention anything about rejoining at a later date, despite the unlikelihood of a return, though nothing bad had been said about the ROH veteran. He says, I was just that one guy aside from Tony Khan that goes to every show. I think Jimmy Jacobs went to more shows while he was there than anyone, Meltzer noted. Meltzer pointed out that Jacobs was at every taping, and this likely led to a lot of travel, which could be why he allegedly felt burnt out. Meltzer again emphasized that nobody had anything negative to say about Jacobs, although he got the impression that the Zombie Princess made the decision himself, which Alvarez corroborated. He did not. He did not make it clear. He did not make it clear that he did not do nearly as much as, or he did make it clear that he did not do nearly as much writing of the shows as people think he did. Meltzer noted that Jacobs still worked closely with Khan. He was technically not in creative, but was an assistant to Tony. He did suggest ideas in creative. If you use any quotes from this article, please credit Wrestling Observer Radio. So,
And
as you can see, there was a slew of reports that flooded in, talked about as it says in the beginning, there was a slew of reports that came in that alleged backstage disagreements, boasting claims that Jacobs was strongly against pushing Daniel Garcia's, but people should not read into that negativity, says the Wrestling Observer Radio. So there was a lot said about Jimmy Jacobs, and I can pull up. I know we do have the full list. I know we had the version of the list on the Wrestle Dream review that was cut off that people said about Jimmy Jacobs. So, Twitter all of the sudden came out when Jimmy Jacobs said that he was done. And on the Wrestle Dream review, just off of common knowledge, you can debunk half of this shit just off the way it sounds. But this is what people garnered from Jimmy Jacobs' AEW run. He was Tony Khan's right-hand man from 2023. That's probably the only thing in here that's true. He was a big reason for the rankings going away. He had no idea who Kazuchika Okada was. He was not familiar with AEW programming before coming in, nor did he like it, apparently, in 2019 through 2022. He was responsible for the Learning Tree program. He created it, not Jericho. Every single Learning Tree segment was Jimmy Jacobs. Full Gear 2023, the main event and how it was booked, which everyone hated. He did not want to push Daniel Garcia. He found it laughable when it came to pushing Garcia. He was opposed to having Takeshita win the ladder match for the TNT title. They were comparing Jimmy Jacobs leaving to Vince leaving, creative-wise. He was said to be Dynamite's top writer, and AEW talent was listening anonymously. Had to the space and agreed with all of this. And a small note is that he notes Pepperman had never watched AEW before coming in, before she came on in, but has been seen as a positive force in AEW due to her improvements for the women's division. That is the whole list that people came up with.
And dog.
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
First of all, by the report you just read, they say, he was the head writer or whatnot. By the report you literally just read, it literally said that, yeah, he did damn near no writing. He just ran the show for Tony Khan. And the vibe I get by any writer that gets hired by AEW is you just run the show while Tony Khan gives you his ideas to produce in the show. That's all you do. All you do is you could give your opinion. He's not going to be opposed to you giving your opinion, but he probably won't use your opinion. He's just going to do Tony Khan things. That's the whole vibe I get from this, from working in AEW as a creative member. You just run the show for Tony Khan while you do his ideas, and his ideas fucking blow. So that's literally the only thing I really got from that, is that that's all you do when you work for AEW, is just do what, the real problem in AEW is Tony Khan. They were comparing Jimmy Jacobs to Vince McMahon, when we all know, everyone that watches us can agree that if anyone you could compare to Vince McMahon, it's Tony Khan. Like, come on.
Bro, you again. I'll go ahead and do it real quick, but I said the only thing that was right in here was that he was Tony Khan's right-hand man. That's about the only thing that's actually correct. And I mean, some of these things that, people hate him for are things that AEW fans hate him for that are actually correct. Let's run through this real quick. He was a big reason for the rankings going away. Smart fucking man. The rankings sucked. We were opposed to the rankings coming back, and now look at that. They're gone again because they didn't make any fucking sense. It was something that Twitter pressured Tony Khan into doing because he's gonna listen to Twitter. He had no idea who Kazuchika Okada was. Bullshit. There's no way you were a fucking professional wrestler and in the professional wrestling realm. And Jimmy Jacobs was in WWE for those couple times Kazuchika Okada was spotted backstage meeting up with friends. Bullshit. He didn't know who Kazuchika Okada was. He was not familiar with AEW programming, or nor did he like it in 2019, 2022. How do you know that? How the fuck do you? So why would he
Like,
come in the first place? Why would he join in 2023 if he didn't like the company nor the product? Jimmy Jacobs was responsible for the Learning Tree programs and created it, not Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho's involved with everything he touches in AEW. He is never Chris Jericho at this stage of his career, and in this, he's one of the most creative guys you can possibly find out there. He wants to have his hands in everything, whether it's for good or bad. He's a creative guy. We all know that about Chris Jericho. That's one of his strengths. However, it's also one of his weaknesses. But
he was literally doing his learning stick gimmick this Wednesday, and I thought all the problems were gonna go away when Jimmy Jacobs went away.
Man. The Full Gear main event and how it was booked. The only reason that was booked bad was because Switchblade ended up losing to a hurt MJF. Other than that, I thought the match was fine.
I really did.
He did not want to push Daniel Garcia. He found it laughable when it came to pushing Daniel Garcia. So that's the same Daniel Garcia that beat Bryan Danielson, was that? Is that the same day? Well, that might have been in 2022. But even if, first of all, even if he didn't like Daniel Garcia, it's up to
Well,
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan's the boss. That's his job to decide. What do you mean? The reason Daniel Garcia's never lose, it's not because no one likes him. It's because Tony Khan likes the guy. He just doesn't like him enough to remember him 24/7.
And he
Like, come
knows
on.
Daniel Garcia's don't got that leverage that maybe some ex WWE guys have, or some of his bigger stars that can threaten him with going to WWE.
Like,
But anyways, even if Jimmy Jacobs hated Daniel Garcia, it's up to fucking Tony Khan. And it's Tony has the final say. So if he really liked Daniel Garcia to the degree that you AEW fans think he does, he would have told Jimmy Jacobs to fuck off. That's my guy. I'm going to push him.
yeah, what the fuck?
He was opposed to Takeshita winning the TNT title ladder match. Jack Perry should have won the ladder match anyway. The whole fucking story was about the Elite getting the gold. They compared Jimmy Jacobs leaving to Vince McMahon leaving creative-wise. Jimmy Jacobs did not have that big of a say. The Wrestling Observer clearly stated, and you know how close the Observer is to those in AEW, they clearly stated that he sat there to give Tony Khan ideas, and Tony was there to book the show.
Yeah, it was a whole Tony, bro. And, oh god, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. God damn it.
He was Dynamite's top writer. Bullshit. Tony Khan ever fucking since he took power away from the EVPs has never, and probably will never, unless forced, give that up to somebody else.
No.
AEW talent listening anonymously to the space, to the Twitter, I'm assuming that means the Twitter space, which goes to show you how reputable this Jimmy Jacobs list is in the first place. An anonymous AEW talent agreed to all of this. Who?
What random nobody talent? What was it, fucking Lance Loser? Did fucking Drew McIntyre? Did fucking discount Drew McIntyre fucking tell you this shit?
Was it the long time Don Callis family tenured member Brian Cage? You know, the guy that's been in the group for forever, since the group's inception? Was it him? Who was it? Who was it? Who the fuck was it?
Was it some nobody in the fucking back? Probably was.
Who the fuck was it? Was it Shane Taylor? Was it Rico? Was it?
Oh yeah, was it what I forgot earlier, man. They were comparing, Jimmy Jacobs leaving to Vince McMahon leaving. That's what they did with Punk. That's what they did with QT Marshall. That's what they do with everybody. They say everybody, they always have a scapegoat to blame everybody but Tony Khan. Bro, these Twitter fans blame each wrestler for their bad booking and not Tony Khan. Wardlow is booked bad? Oh, it's Wardlow's fault. I see that type of shit all the time.
He sucks.
Like, bro, what are you talking about? If he was booked good in AEW, you'd be sucking Tony Khan's dick about it. What are you doing?
I can use the Batista comparison. Is Batista Kenny fucking Omega in the ring? No, but Vince wanted to make him a star, and guess what? Batista was a fucking star.
Like,
If Tony Khan wanted, if Tony Khan wanted Wardlow to be a star, he would have made him a fucking star. And that's the end of that. Um again, who is your source? Who's anonymous? What AEW talent has enough time to hang out on a Twitter space and listen to a bunch of fans come down on Jimmy Jacobs and say, I agree with this? And
uh,
one of the one of my favorite ones is the one that the one that we couldn't see. He notes Jennifer Pepperman had never watched AEW before, and she came on to the show, but has been seen as a positive force in AEW due to her improvements for the women's division.
where they
Bitch,
at?
where?
Where they at, dog? Because like Bill said in the comments, the best thing about the women, the only good thing about the women's division was Tony Storm and Mariah May, and that was because of RJ City. So I don't know what the fuck you people are on.
Wasn't Peppermint brought in to specifically work alongside Monet? And look at how shit she's been since coming into the company. If anything, we could fucking thank RJ City for the cinematic nature and understanding the story between Tony Storm and Mariah May. You know who you could thank for the Tony Storm Mariah May story is RJ, Tony Storm, and Mariah
Mariah May.
fucking May.
Why the fuck are you fucking giving her praise for no reason? She's Mercedes' friend, and she hasn't done it. And Mercedes sucks. She sucks every week. It's so bad.
She just had her on Dynamite against Queen Aminata.
The fuck.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So, anyways, now that we're off the stupid Twitter rumors, Jimmy Jacobs leaving from AEW. Jimmy said he was burnt out. Was he burnt out? Or was he burnt out from Tony Khan being burnt out?
Is he burnt out from workload or burnt out from his workload not meaning anything because Tony Khan just goes with what he wants? You
Well,
give
well,
Tony Khan a million ideas and he doesn't do it. Why would I be there?
exactly. And who does that sound like? Who the fuck does that man? Who the fuck does that sound like?
Like,
Because
bro.
the last time I heard about people being frustrated because they were pitching and pitching and pitching and he wasn't listening, it was Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm. Hey, dude, that man, literally every week, there's a new way to say he is just like Vince McMahon.
There
Every
is.
week.
There's
Every
new there's new allegations against Tony Khan that makes everybody say, "Huh, that kind of
huh,
fucking sounds like Vince."
every time. Every goddamn time.
Well, you know, Sir K, you use the example of was Jimmy Jacobs burnt out from the workload? No, because he
Oh,
was on indie shows days after his departure. Don't you
just
think?
wrestling, having fun.
Don't you think if it was a workload problem, Jimmy would have went home? No, the guy's taking bookings. He was tired of AEW and he was tired of the fucking trajectory of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And they never blame Jimmy Jacobs until he
Till he
left the
left.
company. I
Until he
never
no,
heard a word about
no,
this is Jimmy Jacobs' fault until he
never.
left the fucking company.
It's what they do every time. Someone's leaving. Oh, well, AEW, isn't good, even though we say it's good every week. But, apparently when people leave, it hasn't been good. We'll just blame it on him. And we could see right through it every time, dude. It's always, it's Tony Khan. How much do you have to say it that it's Tony Khan's fault?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how many people it's going to take for people to actually look in his direction and say, "Well, maybe this, maybe this could be drawn back to Tony Khan." I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
So Jimmy Jacobs is gone from the company. I wish Jimmy the best. And no, I don't think Jimmy Jacobs was the reason why Dynamite sucked, because Dynamite sucked on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
The
Boo.
first fucking thing I put in my notes for Dynamite was I thought Jimmy was the problem, and now the problem was gone.
Problem's still here, man. That show was fucked.
And bro, actually, interesting piece of news. I've actually found out what Will Washington's role is.
Oh
It,
no.
it, he is there. He is there. Apparently, he is there to make sure that things connect and make sense in creative.
Well, so what the fuck is he doing? Because nothing fucking connects. Nothing makes sense. What is he doing? Is he just sitting on his dick all day? Doing fucking fuck all? What is he doing? He ain't doing his job.
Bro, I laughed when I heard that.
Get the fuck
Will
out of here.
Washington is here to make the show make sense. If that if that if that is making sense, and if anything on Dynamite, on the past 2 fucking weeks of Dynamite has made sense to you, you
Frick
are
yeah.
a blithering half-witted fucking idiot.
Dude, I always talk about fucking trimming your roster. You need to trim your fucking right into management too. You just gotta trim the whole fucking company in half.
At
And
this
fucking all
point,
your new people, dude. What the fuck is this? You have shit people in charge of merch, shit people in charge of stories, shit people in charge of connecting them and making them make sense, shit people involved in the production, the sound quality. Like, bro, you just fuck it. What is going on?
I don't get it. I don't get it, bro. And again, if that is his job in AEW, he is doing one of the most god awful jobs I've ever seen out of anybody with a job in a creative position in professional wrestling, bro. Because he's doing nothing. He is sitting back and he is robbing Tony Khan blind. Jimmy Jacobs was not the problem. Again, if Jimmy was the problem, then Dynamite this week should have been a fucking banger. And that, again, for the second week in a row, was some of the most horrible shit you've ever seen on a fucking Wednesday night. I wish Jimmy the best, and I'm glad that he got the fuck out of that environment.
I'm so glad, dude, because what the fuck? What is that? What, yeah, it's, dude, it's just, that company is just ran by scammers, apparently. You get hired in AEW and you just don't do nothing. That is like the ultimate scam job. Dude would fucking hire me because apparently I'll do what everyone else does and just do fuck all. And you just get paid.
You know what Jimmy Jacobs was also behind? Jimmy Jacobs was also had a hand in the Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens storyline. And the Festival of Friendship, he produced that. Everybody remember that? Because I do.
One of the best segments I've ever watched.
7 years later, I still fucking remember the Festival of Friendship.
Boy,
Jimmy
do I.
Jacobs produced that. And, he's the problem, though. Miss me with this bullshit.
Like, dog.
Speaking of more AEW news, Private Party. According to Fightful Select, there were some people in AEW that pushed for Private Party to win the AEW Tag Team Championships at Wrestle Dream. However, they did not.
Why the fuck not?
Uh,
Like,
this,
why?
this, well, you know, requests and pushes are still not getting answered, and this was post Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah. I thought he was the problem, man. What's going on?
What the fuck? I
Oh my god.
I thought now that Jimmy was gone, legitimate requests were going to be granted. Remember when Cody Rhodes said that this was for wrestling fans by wrestlers? AEW was 100% fan service. How fucking long have people been asking for you to take the titles off of the Young Bucks? Here comes a team like Private Party. Well, first of all, you give them no build. You give them no
No.
build, no heat into the match. But at this point, if you guys want
No.
the Outrunners to win the championships, I don't know anybody's going to get a proper build. I
No.
mean,
No. They're
does
out there.
anybody get a proper build?
The proper build for the Outrunners apparently is fucking shaking ass with FTR. That's what they get. They get to shake ass with FTR.
Take
Get
that.
man. That's what the fuck they were doing on Wednesday. They were just fucking just dancing with FTR. Like, what the
I don't
fuck
know
is going on?
necessarily they were doing those kind of dances, but
Like, what
I
the
don't know if
fuck?
they were shaking ass.
I do got one question that I
Okay.
thought of during Dynamite. Who
Okay.
the fuck are the trios champs?
Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, and Pac.
Holy fuck, I forgot that.
I was
Oh
thinking the
man,
same thing because they were out there on Dynamite,
you know
and
what time?
why didn't they put the titles? Why didn't they put those titles in the duffel bag too? I didn't
I was gonna
understand that.
say, why don't they just put them all together in the duffel bag? At least I know where they are. I forgot they were champs. Because I was thinking that during that episode of Dynamite, I was like, damn, they should involve the trios titles into this since they got all these trios coming at them. Totally forgot that they were the fucking trios champs, dude.
Yeah,
It's how fucking relevant these titles are.
it's funny you say that because that was on some of my notes for Monday's unscripted. Was I specifically put why didn't we get like in one of their little backstage promos? Why didn't we get them putting those
A
in the
little more.
duffel bag? You know,
Yeah,
I didn't get
I
that.
don't get that. Mm-mm. But man, fucking talk about momentum. That shit does not exist. Like, I don't know, dude.
At the end of the day, nobody gets billed to winning the championships. Your moment in AEW is going to be off a one night build, and that is the hype you have in your match on pay per view. If your match is good and the fans realize in the middle of the match that they want to see you win the titles, then you'll probably win the titles and have a nice moment, or Tony Khan will squander it and he'll have you win the titles at the next pay per view because he doesn't know how to call an audible. Private Party, I at this point, dude, I would have liked to see them win the tag titles. I would like to see Private Party or the Outrunners take the championships, but at the end of the day, I know in my heart of hearts that Private Party and the Outrunners are probably going to go on to do absolutely nothing as AEW Tag Team Champions. And yeah, they will probably just have the most mediocre, barely on television, wrestling in random fucking matches, if not losing on television for no random reason type of matches. But this is at the price you pay when you only care about one or two teams in your division, is nobody can eat.
Literally, exactly. No one eats, and everyone's starving.
What was that, Cody Rhodes? 100% fan service for wrestling fans by wrestlers. I
It's
remember.
fucking it's for Tony Khan by Tony Khan. That's all the fuck
Exactly.
it is.
Egg fucking
Good.
exactly.
Ugh.
Which, weren't Private Party involved in the whole BCC storyline to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just tangling it up with the Young Bucks and the fucking Elite. You,
Oh, fucking, and now they're back to tangling up with the BCC shit. Ugh, I don't get it.
uh,
I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. Well, speaking of some injury news in AEW, Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs was speaking on an interview with In the Click. He has confirmed he is cleared to wrestle. He says, I ruptured my patellar tendon, a pretty gruesome injury. me being me, I've been cleared, healed up pretty fast, got that Wolverine serum in me a little bit. I'm cleared, I'm back. It's already been put out in the internet world that I'm cleared. Time to pick up where I left off. Please don't pick up where you left off. Please go to the Hurt Syndicate or do your own thing. Do not fucking go back to that Don Callis family, especially the way it looks now. Oh
Oh,
God, dude,
that
if
shit.
if 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 Take wasn't in the group, then I don't.
It'd be
Whew.
like that is it's the most fucking that is low mid card on a low mid card if I've ever seen it. You got fucking roided out Brian Cage, bro looks fucking 55. You got fucking 2018 Drew McIntyre. You got
Bro,
fucking Zach from Zach and Cody. Like, bro, what are you doing?
I feel so fucking bad for Takeshita, bro.
Like, bro,
I
get
just
this
want
man on the trips.
I want everybody to know if Takeshita was in WWE right now,
He'd be
with
running shit.
dude, when I tell you that motherfucker would be, man, that guy would be, bro. Oh,
Dude,
dude.
that man will be on Fridays whooping Cody, bro. Come on, dog.
God damn. That motherfucker would be tangling it up with LA Knight, Braun Breaker, Dragonoff. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here.
He's hanging up with Kyle Fletcher.
Oh,
Come on,
fuck.
bro.
Bro's tangling it up with. Does anybody remember the mid card mafia? Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. Well, you got
The low
Timu,
card,
Bobby Lashley, and Timu, Drew McIntyre in the Don Callis family now.
like you literally have. Yeah, we had the mid card mafia. Now we got the low mid card mafia because holy
We
fuck,
got the undercard mafia, bro.
the dark match mafia. Because that's all these people are, dude. Why does fucking Lance look like that? He literally looks
I don't know.
like 2018 McIntyre.
He does, bro. He does. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, why does this motherfucker look like Dirty Dogs Drew McIntyre, bro?
He does, bro.
He took
That
them.
shit was
I don't know what was worse, the look now or them stupid ass white box braids he had in his fucking head.
like, bro, like, I don't know, dude. That group is ass. I'm sorry.
That
Please don't go to the back to that well. Please go to the Hurt Business or Hurt Syndicate, whatever it may be. Or if Swerve needs help, go join his side or something. Just don't involve yourself in Don Callis,
dude,
please.
they can make a new mogul embassy, bro. You could put fucking Powerhouse Hobbs, AR fucking Fox,
Ooh.
Ricochet in some
Yeah,
sort of mogul embassy. I mean, it'd be better for. I mean, what is he? I mean, the guy's on fucking Collision. He would actually. I would actually be cool with that. You know, I
yeah.
was thinking about this the other day. You know what they should have done with Will Ospreay and Ricochet?
Mm,
When Ricochet came in the company, they should have, being that they talked about being friends, they should have made these two a tag team and ran the tag team Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair storyline where they're tag partners, and then around the time of, I don't fucking know, All In Texas, you have them break up and you have them have a fucking match at the
but nice.
show. They would have
That
been
would have been
awesome
nice.
as a tag team.
That
Those
would have been a great ass tag team, actually.
just something,
Imagine
and it would have been a
them,
story.
imagine them as a tag team having to face Kyle Fletcher and what's his name? That'd be fucking great, dude. That'd be such a great like moment.
That would be
But no,
sick. Oh,
but no,
the other
you got him
thing,
being Kobe with it.
back to my new mogul embassy thing. Ricochet has beef with the original fucking Hurt Business.
He does actually, so that's decent. And
I don't let him
personally, dude,
speak, but
that that's the thing. Do not let that man speak, for God's sake. He just says the stupidest shit every time that man's open his mouth. And literally, I'm Kobe with it. Will forever be one of the
and
worst.
then bro,
One, I'm Kobe Bryant with it. What?
he fucking lost in a double pin too. That's not very Kobe Bryant with it to me. That's not what I fucking remember. But bro, they if because I see a lot of people saying they might add Leo Rush to the Hurt Syndicate because he has the history with Bobby Lashley. You know, when he was telling Bobby to bend it on over and show everybody his ass or whatever. When they were running that whole gimmick. Um,
I
I've been
like Leo on Swerve side more.
could be the case, but if you do put him on, you know, Bobby's hurt business side, it fucking makes sense. He has history with Bobby Lashley, and you have Bobby Lashley, MVP, you know, or whatever, and then on Swerve's side, Swerve. Well, I mean, if MVP's a manager, I guess you don't even need a fourth, but you can make a new Mogul Embassy to rival the fucking Hurt Business and put AR Fox in the group, please.
Dude, that trio of fucking Swerve, Hobbs, and AR Fox, that would be tough as
That would
shit, dude.
go nuts,
That would
bro.
that would go crazy. Those three just they all hit that same hard ass vibe. That shit would go crazy.
Yes. Yes, bro. That would go nuts. That
You
would
got
go
Swerve,
fucking nuts.
you got Nana hitting the dance in the background, bro. That shit would go crazy.
Yes. Swerve, Hobbs, Fox versus Shelton, Bobby, and Leo?
That's fire.
Come
That's
on.
fire. Fuck. And I think AR Fox and Leo Rush have like a bunch of history in Lucha Underground and shit. It's
Yeah,
all
they
there.
probably do. Just like, well, Jake the Snake's got some history in Mexico, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Hobbs back, and honestly, I'm throwing that creative pitch out there. I want to see a new Mogul Embassy with Swerve Strickland as the leader, AR Fox, and Powerhouse Hobbs. That would be
Fire
nuts.
as fuck. That's a heat ass group, dude.
And Prince Nana obviously is the manager. That's money. That
That's
is
pure money, dude.
fucking money. Unlike what you did building into All In 2023, and you took AR Fox away from Swerve Strickland. To this day, one of the dumbest creative decisions, one of the biggest dumb fuckeries out of Tony Khan's whole playbook. That's one
And
of them.
all because of backstage drama that at the end of the day is Tony Khan's fault. It's Tony Khan's fault and he punished AR Fox for it. Good lord.
Even at this juncture, with Ricochet having nothing to do, Ricochet was
Might as
supposed to
well.
be one of the members of the original Hurt Business. Why don't you have them pick him up and try to fucking stop having him be so fucking soft? That would be a cool story to run. Ricochet's too fucking soft. Have
Yeah,
MVP put him under his wing.
it's fucking Miles Morales over there. I'm Ricochet. I flip shit. Like, bro, he's literally like Miles Morales. Just like a soft little dork. And like, bro, come on, dog.
Actually, he's
I'm
more of
Kobe
Kobe
Bryant with
Bryant.
it. I'm Kobe Bryant with it.
I'm
Like,
Kobe
bro.
fucking Bryant with it. Nothing in your career has fucking told me you are Kobe Bryant with it.
Fucking goated, dude.
Logan says, unfortunately, TK does not want to see that. He wants to put Bobby versus. He just wants to put Bobby versus Hobbs because they're very similar, and he thinks it would be a good match.
He, I, I, I hate Tony.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. You know, we just. This is why we created this podcast, bro. We just put an insane fucking creative idea out into the world, bro. Upon his arrival, give me a new Mogul Embassy. Fuck
But
that old
imagine,
Mogul Embassy. Swerve, Hobbs, Fox, Nana, money.
literally, money as fuck, dude. That is heat.
What were you gonna say? You said imagine something.
I was gonna, I was like, imagine, if they actually long-term book it to get those two groups into, Blood and Guts later or earlier next year. But I was also thinking, if Tony Khan is putting anything in Blood and Guts next year, it would be like the whole John Moxley thing versus like
Hurt
the
business or
Elite or
something.
something.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
elite, something
So
like that.
yeah, it would probably be that over that. But fuck it, if you don't have anything to do for a women's one, do two men's. I'd be down.
Yeah.
If the story both calls for it, if you got two big groups going against each other like that, do it.
Like I'll say, like or do one of them for Anarchy in the Arena. Anarchy in the Arena is always one of my
Yeah,
favorite matches out of the year. So like,
exactly.
you could do for War Games, you could maybe do like Moxley's group versus like maybe they're feuding with like the Hurt Business at that point, and then you could do like Mogul Embassy versus the Elite in Anarchy in the Arena. That would be fucking sick,
Shit,
you know.
I go crazy.
And what's her case saying is valid. Tony Khan should be long-term booking what is penciled in for Blood and Guts, if
Right
not
now.
now, in a couple months.
Yeah,
In the
it's
beginning.
not that late in the year. It's pretty early in the year it happens.
Yep. By
Like,
January, you should know, okay, well, we want to book it to where by July, Blood and Guts, we get to this. Or by May, Anarchy in the Arena, we're doing this. Tony Khan has no
mhm.
fucking idea what he wants to do for either of those right now.
No,
But
fuck no,
anyways,
you know he doesn't.
I'm happy Powerhouse Hobbs is back, and I hope he does not pick up where he left off. I hope he
Oh,
does not come back to the Don Callis family. Please, I'm throwing my name in the hat. I want a new Mogul Embassy. Again, I'm going to reiterate this again to try to get it through Tony Khan's thick skull. Swerve Strickland, Powerhouse Hobbs, Prince Nana, and A.R. Fox. Give it to me, bro. They could go up against the Hurt Business. It'll be fucking money.
literally, be fucking money.
Bobby Lashley, the leader of the Hurt Business, who we have not seen yet, but it is imminent. Why didn't he debut at Wrestle Dream? Well, Sean Sapp on Twitter, he noted on X that Bobby Lashley didn't want to debut at Wrestle Dream because AEW, or Bobby Lashley didn't debut, not that he didn't want to. Bobby Lashley did not debut at Wrestle Dream because AEW did not want a beatdown segment on Swerve, a hometown guy, when they had the angle planned at the end with Moxley and Danielson. Sean Ross Sapp said he doesn't know when exactly Bobby is going to debut, but he is already under contract and ready to go. I have a feeling where he's going to debut, but overall I get this, and I like that they didn't just,
Overdo it.
they're and see, the reason I like this is because we just watched Shelton and Leo have an amazing match, and obviously we've seen Shelton, beat his ass and get a dominating victory. They're presenting Shelton as the main guy. If you brought Bobby in too soon, it would immediately look like, okay, Shelton's just there because he's going to take the pin, and Bobby Lashley is there because he's the main guy in the group and Shelton's the background player. But at the end of the day, I like that they didn't just jump to presenting Shelton as the background guy. They are, they want him to be presented as the main guy in the group, even if it's just for a couple weeks. They want him to actually have some credibility too, and I can respect that. I just hope they don't throw all that to the wayside when Bobby does come in. But I like that they didn't blow their load here.
I like that. I like how they didn't do too much. Basically, you would have been doing twice of the same thing in the same night. It would have been doing way too much. And Tony Khan, for once, didn't blow his load, man. So I gotta give him something for that.
I do have a I feel he's going to debut. It's actually a show that they announced on Wednesday, which that was one of the best parts of the show. Just a 30-second announcement because AEW actually has a Halloween themed show now. It's called
It's cool.
Fright Night Dynamite. I thought that name was pretty sick, and we're obviously seeing Swerve versus Shelton on that show. I feel he could debut there, or if not, then I could see him debuting at Full Gear.
Depends on how much they want to save them.
Yeah.
But I definitely see one of those two, man. We got to get that trick or street fight on that episode of Dynamite.
At this point, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'd be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked at all.
The trick or street fight. Come on, bro.
Fucking Vince, dude. What the fuck is that?
Miracle on 34th Street fight.
Like, bro, what? Why? Ugh.
No, man, but I get it, bro. I get it. You didn't want Shelton. You didn't want Shelton to, just feel like, he's just background to Bobby Lashley. You actually wanted Shelton to, get a couple weeks where he is the main guy in the group and where he can be taken seriously and establish himself and get some legit wins under his belt before you bring Bobby Lashley in. But I think Fright Night Dynamite, I think we see Bobby, and I think we see Bobby versus Swerve at Full Gear, and I think the whoever's going to replace Cedric is going to
He's gonna
debut and cost Swerve the match at Full Gear.
100%. I think that's the obvious like general direction of it.
And then at that point, I want to fucking see Swerve Strickland be out. Maybe at World's End he debuts back with a new Mogul Embassy.
Hmm.
There you
Get
go.
it.
I just booked 2 months of television
And
for you.
if you were real fun and good booker, in that absence of Swerve, you'd put AR Fox on TV, maybe have him get a couple losses, make him seem lost, and then him having like to go away to figure himself out. Tease that shit.
They
But
already
Tony Khan would
they
never do
got they
that.
got him on Collision this week against Kobe Bryant, Ricochet. They got him on fucking Collision. Might as well, bro. It's time to use AR Fox. He is way too fucking good to have
Oh, good.
been. And if he legitimately fucked up to the point where it was actually worth burying and punishing him for a year, that's one thing. You mean to tell
Gotta
me
go.
you punished him for a year and a half since All In since the summer of 2023 for that? Did
For
that
Miss
really
for
garner a year's worth of punishment?
like and like I said, at the end of the day, as the company, you should have known that in the first place. How do you not fucking ask that in the first place? Hey, yeah, you can make it, right? And if they did, and like you said, if they did, and he said, yeah, I can make it, and he couldn't make it, yeah, be like, okay, yeah, that you can't do that, bro. You're gonna be taken off that pay-per-view. Why is he still being punished, dude? I thought with the mission statement of this company, people wouldn't fall victim to backstage politics.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
It's so ridiculous, and it's genuinely one of the things that I will always hold a grudge to Tony Khan for, because they willingly left so much money on the table with Swerve and AR Fox in a group. Like, motherfuckers don't understand how good AR Fox is, bro. Like
It's
the the
so good.
the fact, and like, bro, he can, and he's not even just a good wrestler.
Good
He can talk
vibe.
his ass off, and he just has a great fucking vibe, bro. It's like, I hate
Does,
that
bro.
shit, man. I really do.
And that man was wearing that bloody ass fucking Luke Harper tank top for like a month and a half. Like, bro, that shit was great.
Dude,
That thing probably stunk.
when they went and attacked Nick Wayne at the Wayne Academy, bro, dude, that was one of the
I
hardest
was
segments,
so with
bro.
that shit.
AR
That was
Fox,
so
dude, and then AR Fox wrestling in a shiesty, bro, that shit
like,
was
come
goaded,
on.
dude. He was
This
so
shit was
good.
hilarious.
um yeah, I don't know. I'm throwing my name in the hat of a new Mogul Embassy, bro. I want to see it. um so Bryan Danielson. Let's talk Bryan Danielson. So, Bryan Danielson's full-time career has ended. And we've learned about the last few months of his career. This is by Fightful Select, by the way. We've learned about the last few months of his career. Danielson lost to Moxley at AEW Wrestle Dream, and his full-time career is effectively over. It was indicated to Sean Rossap of Fightful that Danielson specifically wanted to lose to Moxley to end that run. As highlighted by Fightful Select, AEW doctors legitimately didn't allow Danielson to be involved with Blood and Guts, though it was something the company was hoping could happen, and throughout the year, could happen throughout the year. However, Danielson was cleared to compete in regular matches along the road to his full-time retirement, although many people wondered if his interviews were in character regarding his health status. We're told that those were all true. And by the time the Moxley match was unfolding, Danielson even thought that he shouldn't have done a couple matches leading up to the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view. Danielson was legitimately had legitimately been without a talent contract for a couple of months, and we're told that he does not have any additional contracts. He is effectively a free agent with no additional obligations. He told many in interviews and backstage that he doesn't envision going back to WWE at this time. The hope within AEW is that he'll wrestle periodically for them and resume additional duties whenever he's ready. Danielson told Fightful Select that he has to get his neck fixed first, which likely means effective surgery. Danielson's match at All In was planned since earlier this year, complete with Danielson winning the title. We're told that Chris Hero produced the All In main event, and Swerve Strickland was adamant that he wanted to tap out to lose to Danielson, as opposed to passing out or anything else. Since virtually the start of Swerve's title reign, it was always known that Danielson would most likely be the one to end it. We at Fightful wish Bryan Danielson well in his full-time retirement. Did he work Blood and Guts this year? What was Blood and Guts this year? It was the it was. Let me see.
It was the New Elite versus a ragtag group, wasn't it? It was.
Wasn't it like Swerve, Darby?
It was Swerve, Darby. Who else was fucking in it? I know those two were in it. I don't.
Oh, the Acclaimed and Mark Briscoe.
Oh, okay.
It was Swerve, Darby, the Acclaimed, and Mark Briscoe versus Hangman and the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
So Danielson was not cleared for Blood and Guts, and it seems they did not want Danielson to be allowed with much of anything earlier in the year. But man, I have to ask, if they knew he was injured before Blood and Guts, why the fuck was he taking a Tiger Driver at Dynasty? Are you serious?
It's Tony Khan, dude. Man made fucking Adam Cole take a brain buster with a broken foot. Like, it doesn't end.
Tony. Well, I'm glad Danielson is finally away now, because he needs to take care of his health first and foremost. And classic Tony Khan, I would sit here and say I'm shocked, but I'm genuinely not. Well, I'm glad they kept him out of Blood and Guts, but this man was working Anarchy in the Arena. A month after that, he was taking Tiger Drivers. This man was taking house calls. I mean, they had him going through the ringer, bro. And then in the match at Wrestle Dream, he was taking fucking pile drivers. What the fuck are we doing? I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. But regarding Danielson, man, and his storyline, it says that he is working without a talent contract. So if his contract came up at the end of, or the beginning of, the beginning of September when he signed with AEW, let me ask you a question, Sir K. Why didn't Tony Khan add time to Bryan's deal like he did with the Lucha Bros?
Maybe it's because he's not leaving to go to the other side. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, Jeff Hardy didn't get time at it, and he's not in WWE. Fucking, that's like, dog.
That's interesting.
It's the most obvious shit ever. He added time solely because he was going to WWE, and that is so fucked. You can't pick and choose when to add time on. You either do it or you don't.
Because if my memory serves me correctly, Danielson had a concussion that kept him out for a number of months back in 2022, I want to say. No, 2023, because he missed the first All In. Or no. The concussion was before that. And then he had another injury that kept him out of All In 2023 that I believe was a broken forearm. Yeah. And I don't think Tony added any time to that. So, I wonder why he didn't add any time to Danielson's deal when Danielson didn't do no wrong. Danielson didn't deserve to be treated petty like that. You know who also didn't deserve to be treated petty like that? Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix got time added on him. And it's funny how Brian said he wasn't looking to go back to WWE and he was staying, which I saw anyway. It's Brian.
Yeah,
Even if he wanted to go back to WWE, he would finish the story he has going on first before he goes back. So that's just how Brian rolls. That's just the type of guy he is.
right.
Um, but Jeff didn't instantly go back to WWE. Brian wasn't trying to go back to WWE. They only added time on to the guy that was directly going to WWE.
Hmm.
Hmm. Who does that sound like?
Very
Stopping
interesting.
people from going to your competition. Hmm.
Very, very, very interesting, man. So that is what we heard about Bryan Danielson in the latest update. We actually did get a new update today via Wrestling Observer newsletter. They say Bryan Danielson is going to have an MRI done to see the damage on his neck. He had an MRI done not too long ago, and it showed damage all the way down to his neck. What happens next depends on if the level of damage is the same as it was, or if it has worsened. The hope is that he won't need surgery and he can heal up with doing some stem cell treatment therapy, but if not, he will have to undergo surgery on his neck.
And I hope everything goes well, man. Surgery or stem cells. I know
Yeah,
stem cells fucking turn you into a super soldier, so
yeah,
preferably stem cells. That would make that man go even crazier than he already does at his age, man. But I just hope all goes well for Brian, man.
yes.
I just hope he's happy and healthy. That's all I need.
And at the earliest I want to see Brian back next the earliest I want to see Bryan Danielson back is All In Texas at the earliest, bro.
Exactly.
At the latest, bro, at the latest I would say All In 2026. Let this man
Yeah,
just heal
let
up,
him rest.
bro. Let it there's no rush here. Be part-time, be, just enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. And I know he is. I know he is, man. He's got, he's got Birdie and Buddy and Bree, and I know he's gonna have a blast being a dad, and I know he's gonna go on and do all his retirement stuff, and he's gonna have a great time. But please, Danielson, do not rush back. We don't need to see you back again. If you are truly ready to go, by All In Texas, then okay, bro. But if you're nowhere near ready, bro, then do All Into. I have no
Like,
problem waiting till All In 2026 because just let this fucking guy heal, bro, please.
exactly. You hear stories like Kurt. He talks about how he wakes up every morning. He's got to do his little neck exercises
Hmm.
to not feel pain. Wrestlers will tell stories about how it hurts their back when they pick up their children. I don't want that on nobody, man. And I hope Brian doesn't have to go through with any of that. And I hope he's able to take his time.
Definitely. And speaking of the storyline that Brian was involved in, the whole John Moxley, Darby Allin storyline, the Wrestling Observer newsletter. The Wrestling Observer newsletter states the original plan when Bryan Danielson won the title at Wembley was to lose it to Darby at Wrestle Dream. The John Moxley turn on Danielson changed the direction with the idea of putting as much heat on Moxley in the Blackpool Combat Club as possible in an attempt to jumpstart interest in the promotion. Okay, okay. Well, first and foremost, you just told me right there that there's no interest in your promotion. Second of all,
Literally.
this is exactly why I was cool with John
All right.
Moxley winning the
It's intrigue.
exactly. This is exactly what this is exactly why I wasn't tripping at Moxley, being the one to, take the title shot from Darby Allin. I know a lot of people were pissed off about that, but bro, at the end of the day, I honestly wasn't tripping, bro. I was not tripping on this at all. At the end of the day was just, I mean, at the end of the day, dude, it's Mox, and he does have one of the best storylines going in AEW at the moment. And in all honesty, bro, there's no. I mean, of course, Danielson would have been nice to put Darby over, but if you wanted a monster heel to get Darby over and to really be the fucking Joker to his Batman, it's John Moxley, especially with the current story they have. How they went about it on Wednesday. See, I like Darby's absence. They said,
I
nobody's been
do.
able to get a hold of Darby
I like
Allin.
that.
I like how he's basically been,
He just ghosted himself.
like fucking Batman stepping away from Gotham. The
And
city
the
is
whole
burning
city's
down. You
they're
know,
asking where their hero is at, especially with the story you got. He's literally WCW Sting.
yes.
The company's in faction warfare, and you got your lone survivor. Your one solo guy that's gonna take it all down, take the big bad guys down. You got that shit. Build
It's
that shit up,
and I'm getting chills thinking about who's gonna be the man to
dude.
eventually help him, bro,
Dude,
and
him
celebrate
doing
with
a
him.
him doing a Sting like beatdown on that Mox group where he just fucking one man just fucking
Ooh.
fights them all off. That shit's gonna be cinema when that shit happens. You got that. You got the potential right there, bro.
Darby Allin getting beat down, bro, and the fucking lights go out and you hear Seek and Destroy start playing. That
Ooh,
shit is gonna hit, bro. I'm so excited for that.
bro, come on, man. It's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be so nuts. But anyways, John Moxley. John Moxley is again a monster heel, and what I didn't like on AEW is they mention like nobody's been able to hear from Darby Allin. It's like again, it's like Batman
Oh,
leaving Gotham,
and
and
they did the fucking ad right after, dude. Uh, that was
what
fucked.
what did they do?
When they did that fucking ad for with Tony Hawk right after they said that,
Oh
like,
my god! Oh, the skate park project.
like,
Nobody's been able to hear
oh,
from I didn't even think about that. Nobody's been able to hear from Darby Allin, and it's just him
oh,
fucking signing an 8x10.
all happy, just talking about the Tony Hawk shit. I was like, dude, it's a cool ad and a cool thing,
It
but
is.
you couldn't wait till like Collision or next week's Dynamite when you're not talking about Darby Allin. Come
So
on, bro.
what I didn't like is Darby's gone. And again, it's like Batman leaves Gotham and the city's in disarray. Everybody's asking, where is our hero? Where's our hero? And in the wake of his absence, you're talking about, oh my god, they're attacking our leader of AEW, Orange Cassidy. What? Or,
Wait, get
huh?
the fuck out of here. Leader of AEW.
Our
Get the
leader of AEW, Orange Cassidy. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Are you fucking kidding me right now? They
Might be Tony Khan's leader, Mr. fucking cosplay for Halloween as him, but he ain't fucking mine, I'll tell you that.
they're relying on fucking they're pointing fingers at everybody that walks through the curtain. Oh, here's Daniel Garcia. He's here to save us. Here's the Dark Order here to save us. Here's
Dark Order,
here's Top Flight and Action Andretti here to save AEW.
here to flip AEW, man, and nope, they got their ass beat.
Dark
Like,
Order here to save AEW. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, that I didn't like.
no,
But again, if all these guys were getting beat down and commentary was asking where is Darby Allin, that would have been way better than talking
hmm
about Orange Cassidy's the leader of AEW. I mean, where what sense that when he has never been anybody's leader of AEW. Not once.
leader of AEW. Get the hell out of here, bro. That is the greatest shit. I didn't even pick that up, dude. Dude, I mentally block out commentary so hard half the time. I genuinely didn't pick that up. That is fucking hilarious.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Exactly, Bill. If you would have kept MJF face, you would have another ally that makes sense to defend AEW alongside Darby Allin. Another pillar to defend AEW.
The
But no, you
Wolf
fucking turned the guy
of
heel.
wrestling.
Uh,
Just because he didn't want to be a babyface.
fucking boom, motherfucking who. Get your ass out there and fucking kiss a baby. Get the fuck out of my face.
Dude, expand on your character, bro. You can't play a fucking heel forever, man. And
Can't be.
yeah, uh, Adam Adam Cole. You know, You could have had Adam Cole if you wanted to bring Adam Cole as a babyface. If you wanted to bring him back as a babyface, and you had MJF as a babyface, you could have had these guys both go up against the BCC, but have it fail, thus leaving all the pressure to Darby Allin.
Exactly. They could have looked at each other, been like, "Damn, I know, we got beef with each other. But this is a bigger problem than us. Let's try it." And their differences from their past doesn't allow that
It
to
costs
happen.
them.
Mm-hmm.
And then these two can go off to feud with each other, with Adam Cole being the heel, thus turning into the heel, after trying to fight for AEW, but it not working out. And who does that leave? All by his lonesome to fight against the Blackpool Combat Club, Darby Allin.
You have it all right. All the isn't this Will Washington's job? Is
Are
to
we
do what we're
writing
doing right
Dynamite
now?
today? Are we writing Dynamite here right now?
Isn't this literally supposed to be Will Washington's job right now? Is what we're doing is connecting all the stories and making it all make sense. Where's my check, Tony? I wish I was getting one of your dad's checks, man.
Bell,
What the fuck?
Bell, Bell,
Oh
bro.
my god.
If
Th-
that wasn't some of the dumbest.
That was a bad.
These motherfuckers looked Daniel Garcia in the eye and told him that's none of our business. What?
They
Isn't this Will
literally.
Washington's job? Come on, man.
Where's
Come
my check,
on.
Tony? Where's my fucking check?
You could have easily if you wanted to if you could have had MJF come back as a babyface, stay a babyface like he should have,
Hmm.
and then when Adam Cole came back, you could have fucking you could have had him go out there and say, I came back with a lot of hate in my heart. But bro, after watching what happened to one of my idols, none of that matters right now. I'm here to fight for
Hmm.
AEW. Have him try to fight for AEW, but have his heel asshole persona ish, or I guess just his heel nature, with MJF. He have him not be able to put it aside. Have him try.
Yeah, have them try, but like have them when they're in their like a tag match or whatever. You know, maybe Adam Cole's close to taking the pin, and he just can't let that happen, and he makes it so MJF takes the pin instead. Like, you got your fucking potential, dude. You literally have cinema locked in a fucking safe, and you just won't put the code in and fucking take it out. You have it. You're just not using it.
Bro, I don't know whose decision it was to even have the Elite look at the Blackpool Combat Club. Dude, the way
Oh,
they
they
were
look.
standing on that ramp looking fucking scared? Are you kidding me?
They were literally looking like, damn, they doing this shit better than us, bro. We got a dip.
They were
Like,
literally looking like, damn, bro, they're taking over the company. We got to get the fuck out of here. Like, they weren't trying to take over the company, attacking uh Tony Khan
like,
in the summer.
bro, they're literally the definition of, they're fake demons. Like, come on, bro. They ain't like that, bro. Come on.
Bro, you could have, bro, and so that's what I didn't like. Again, I didn't like in the wake of Darby's absence. Everybody that comes through the curtain, they're talking about this guy's the face of AEW. These guys are here to fight for AEW, and it's the most dead people
Like,
on the roster. Um,
I do like how all the factions are there and they're trying to do something, but the whole point is all these people are trying and they're all gonna fail. I want them all to fail. I want literally every one of these little mock-up trios or these established trios, they all have to fail. That's the whole point.
dude, I don't know, man. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Again, I don't know. I don't know what that aspect was about, but I do like how Darby Allin is, again, Batman stepping away from Gotham, and
Hmm.
he's distraught. And in his absence, you got a bunch of dumb fucks walking around, not knowing how to save the fucking company.
You
Um,
get fucking people flipping off production crates to fucking jump on people and shit. They're in fucking beatdowns.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. Doing a fucking handspring fucking cutter in the middle of a brawl. Come on, bro.
Doing fucking dances, bro. Essentially, people are getting their ass beat, and you're just breaking down, doing the spinneroonie for no reason. Like,
What
bro,
the
what are you doing?
fuck, man? Um, yeah, but I like the storyline, man. I like the direction they're going with it, bro. And again, they need to change certain aspects, bro. Just hire us at this point. Just hire
I
us.
know,
Hire me. Hire Sir K. Just and because AEW is the lands of getting your friends hired, I'll actually bring some of my smart friends aboard. We could bring Bell on board. We'll bring Logan, and we'll fix the whole fucking shit because this
literally,
is just this is
this is
ridiculous. This company needs the fattest fucking reset button imaginable, and I and,
dude.
and I need somebody to smash it.
Fuck a checkbook, dude. Give me the pink slip checkbook. Let me just write pink slips like that, bruh. I'm trimming. I'm trimming backstage. I'm trimming on screen. I'm trimming production. I'm trimming that godforsaken commentary. That is literally my first call to action. Get the fuck out
Excalibur's
of here,
done.
Excalibur. Gone. Fucking gone. Cause holy fuck, dude. Fuck, Morrow, what you doing, bro? You trying to come back? We got Tony Khan's wallet, dude. Come on.
Logan, man, listen, you're not getting creative control, man. This guy's trying to be Hogan out here. He thinks this is WCW. This
And
is
genuinely,
ridiculous.
Logan, if you're starting out the business, bro, you know where to go, man. Man. You know to go to NXT. Do not go
Yeah.
to fucking AEW for the love of God.
God.
They ain't gonna help you at all, bro. If you ain't flipping and flopping, Tony Khan ain't a fan.
Yeah. So that was, and I know, I know Logan is a man that loves a story, and Tony
Oh,
Khan would
exactly.
hate his fucking guts.
Oh, he'd hate your guts, dude. He'd be pitching so many stories. He'd get so annoyed at you. Oh, it'd be great.
So, um,
I got you,
bro,
Bill. You ain't gotta leave the UK. You bring your beans and toast over here on that plane.
exactly, Bo, exactly. Yeah, you definitely, yeah. I mean, Will Ospreay comes from the UK, but we seriously, Tony, you need to get us the fuck over there because
Literally,
this shit is just getting too stupid, bro. I
uh,
don't even this is man.
dude, we literally haven't even gotten to our WWE stories yet. It's
We're
how fucked this company
we're
is.
too busy trying to make sense out of their fucking stupid storylines, bro. It's been
Dude,
2 hours.
we're doing Will Washington's job for this guy. Like, come on, bro.
How are you this just dumbfounded creatively? I don't know. I don't know, man. This probably just has to do with me and you being big story guys. Anyways,
Exactly.
and actually having a brain. Anyways,
Fucking hell.
that was the original plans behind the story. I like the story. I like what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing on the in between, bro. But yeah, so that's that.
Mhm.
Bless you.
My bad.
You're good. Um, some New Japan news. Some New Japan news. I know that sounds a little odd. Um, hardly have New Japan stuff to go over.
No, never.
Earlier this week, Hiroshi Tanahashi announced he will be retiring from pro wrestling on January 4th, 2026 at Wrestle Kingdom 20. Just over a year until just over a year on like you said November or January 4th, 2026, Tanahashi will be wrestling his last match and hanging up the boots. I've seen a lot of
Right.
people point it out. This is actually the same week John Cena
Mm-hmm.
calls it a quits, bro. So
It's gonna be a crazy week, man.
it is, bro. We're gonna miss the ace. Thankfully, bro, like it just being fans in the US, not many fans over here like would have ever gotten the chance to like witness Hiroshi Tanahashi live, and that's why I'm so grateful we went to the first Forbidden Door
Mm-hmm. First Forbidden
because
Door is really good.
it was amazing. It
It was
was a
so good.
yeah, it was fantastic. Um, and we would have never in my lifetime would I have imagined like getting to see a guy like Hiroshi Tanahashi and like a lot of the guys that we seen on the show. I would have never imagined getting to see them, bro, but we got a chance to see them live, and it's truly something I'll cherish forever, getting to see a legend of his magnitude perform in front of us, bro. And it was awesome, and it's been a great career for him, and we're all gonna miss the ace, bro. So, yes, congrats to him for the retirement, bro. And I hope the year of 2025 leading up to the retirement goes off without a hitch.
Definitely, man. I hope you have a great last year, man. And your retirement is gonna be sad, but it's gonna be really cool to see at the same time, man. So great career. Glad we got to witness it, even live. That was really fucking cool. And I hope you have a good, retirement.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. Jordan Grace and little baby Gresham. Oh, WWE. It looks like they released a video of Nick Aldis signing Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley.
Oh shit! Look at that. That's cool,
That's crazy.
man.
So, uh, Jordan Grace, Fightful Select reports that current TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace's TNA deal is set to expire sometime in January of 2025, the coming year. Grace's contract was set to expire in the summer of 2025, but she reportedly had the deal amended by TNA to expire sooner. Her husband, former ROH World Champion Jonathan Gresham, will have his contract expire in 2025 as well. Gresham is said to have made a good impression on WWE officials in the past, but there is no word if that will be his destination or if WWE officials will even be interested.
Hmm.
I think 100% that Jordan Grace is Jordan Grace
Oh
might
yeah.
already you might as well have already put pen to paper with her. She's absolutely going to WWE, no doubt about it.
Oh fuck yeah. You might as well call this shit contract tampering, bro. Her fucking how do I forget his name? That's his old gimmick. What's his name? The guy from,
Jonathan
TNA?
Gresham? Oh,
No, the
Joe
other
Hendry?
one. Oh, Joe Hendry. My bad. He literally made a tweet, but that was something about like get ready,
The
in
Royal
4
Rumble
months. It's
tease.
gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, bro, like, come on, these people are already. We already know they're WWE bound, and it's gonna be great, dude.
100%. I can't wait to see Jordan Grace in um WWE. As for Gresham, at least what we've seen of him in AEW was pretty bland, but it was AEW, and you know how they are with just their good wrestlers. So, uh, uh, I don't know. Again, what we've seen from him in WWE or in AEW was pretty bland. Maybe WWE could do something good with the guy. I'm not too crazy interested to see Jonathan Gresham. I'm not gonna lie to you guys and sit here and say how excited I am to see Gresham. I'm not really. Again, I think Jordan the money here is Jordan Grace, but um I mean, if he does come in, I'd be interested to see what they can do with him. I always give everybody a chance coming over to WWE, especially when the only other place I've seen you is AEW. But at least from what I know of Jonathan Gresham, he's kind of just a technical wrestler, which I don't really know how that would go. But if WWE can put an interesting story and character behind him, then I'd obviously be interested to see what they can do there.
Definitely, I think there's something there. Grisham's he's good. He's good, man. So we'll see how that goes, man. But Jordan Grace is a definite, dude.
For sure. It's not necessarily in the news, but speaking of former ROH champions, actually current ROH champion, isn't it so crazy to hear that Mark Briscoe said that the Briscoes were going to debut on the main roster in 2013 with Bray Wyatt.
That's insane, man. That would have been crazy as fuck.
God, how crazy would that have been? That would have,
Yeah,
man, that would
been
have been
insane.
crazy. I think
Hmm.
everything obviously worked out in the best, but like, dude,
I think so.
I wonder. So I wonder if they were gonna abandon Rowan and Harper at NXT and just call Bray up with these guys, the Briscoes,
Maybe, man. You never know.
or if it was just gonna be a group of five.
Maybe. Yeah,
Hmm.
maybe a group of 5. Hmm.
Very interesting. Um, I think that is. Yeah, I think that just leaves us with our WWE stories. So, speaking of some WWE stories here, man, now that we finally are moving on to the WWE stories, CM Punk. Via The Hollywood Reporter, CM Punk has been cast in Ryan Prowse's horror thriller Night Patrol in a key role. Look at that. Another movie role for another professional wrestler as Punk is going away. And if filming takes about a month, is he going to be back like right before Survivor Series, or
Mm-mm.
I'm interested to
It's interesting.
see how long, because if you have him come back right before Survivor Series, what happens with Gunther? Do we not get
Yeah.
the match with Gunther and Punk? Do we, do we get? I know on Monday they met Damian Priest mentioned he wants to become El Campeon again. So are they going to do
Ugh.
a Priest and Gunther rematch? Uh,
Ugh.
which I mean, it is the undercard of Survivor Series, so WWE doesn't really care. So I could easily see them throwing that as a nothing
That's
match on
true.
the show and saving Punk for maybe like the Royal Rumble undercard,
I
maybe.
could, yeah, I could see them saving that for a bigger show, like a bigger, show that has better, they care more about the undercard for.
Right. Or maybe Elimination Chamber, maybe in the UK they save Punk and Gunther. I don't know. I don't know, but again, if he's taking a month to film the movie, we might be looking at CM Punk coming back in the beginning of December after Survivor Series.
We could. We very well could. I wouldn't be shocked at this point.
Me neither. Me neither, bro. But yeah, it looks like CM Punk is getting casted in another movie as yeah, I mean this that in itself is always very good, man. It's always very good to see. It's always very good to see these professional wrestlers uh just getting more movie roles and more opportunities in it, and especially in WWE. It's so nice to see these guys not being what is it, just not being taken advantage of anymore in terms of their opportunities, bro. It's nice to see them actually get the opportunities that they are deserved.
Exactly, man. It's really great to see. It really is.
So yeah, so I don't know when this movie starts filming, bro, but hopefully, because movies take about a month to film, at least historically
Most.
speaking. I feel like people, but then again, Drew McIntyre was filming a movie, and I don't know
It
when
was,
he was filming that, because he's been on WWE television full time for the past year, and his
yeah,
movie came out. So I don't know when that was filming. So I guess maybe they could make it work. And Punk loves coming to work in this company, bro. So I mean, I could very well see him doing both. So it is very well still
exactly.
a good chance that they do end up doing the Gunther match. But we'll have to wait and see when they end up bringing him back and kind of how all that shapes out. But yeah.
Definitely. We'll see how that goes.
But speaking of Survivor Series, man, um, WWE has updated the start time for Survivor Series on their official events page. And the show is that's the other thing too. Bell says, he's not going to Saudi. Um he's not going to Saudi. He very well could be filming now, and they could bring
It
him
could
back
be.
after Crown Jewel. And maybe we're just
Maybe.
now hearing about them filming the movie now.
Definitely. I think that's a good possibility.
Yeah. And we could see him come back after Crown Jewel, and then he has a whole month to do a match with Gunther. So I very well could see this at Survivor Series for sure. Um,
Definitely.
Maybe they just do. Oh wait, no. Gunther has fucking Cody at Crown Jewel. Um. Anyways, WWE updated the start time for Survivor Series on their official events page. The show is now listed to begin at 2:30 p.m. local time, which is 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, a shift from the previously listed time of 3:30 local. Typically, the listing reflects the show start time, suggesting that the main event will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern instead of 7 p.m. Eastern. The earlier start mirrors the change made for WWE's Bad Blood event earlier this month,
Mm.
which was moved due to a UFC event happening later this show. A UFC event happening later in the same night. I mean, while there isn't a UFC event scheduled for November 30th, UFC does have events every Saturday in November leading up to the event, which leading up to the Survivor Series, and the 2 Saturdays following it in December.
Mm.
So it looks like for us, Survivor Series is going to be coming out at 4:30 p.m.
Okay, hey, might as well. I mean, I ain't complaining if I'm being honest. I kind of like these start times.
Me too. I was I
I
was I
fucking
was
dig
all
it.
I was more than down for that Bad Blood start time. I love that shit.
Yeah, I actually really dig these start times, man. I wouldn't mind if they kept them, if I'm being honest. But I think it is just when they align with the UFC, man. So I ain't complaining. I like it.
Definitely. But yeah, yeah. This one's definitely a little odd, being that it does say here that there isn't a UFC event scheduled for November 30th. So it remains to be seen as to why the event time is moved, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe if we get a reason on that, if any. Maybe Triple H just wants to get the hell out of the arena sooner,
Yeah,
an hour sooner than usual. So either way, I'm not complaining, and I do kind of like the more of midday start times for the show. That way you're done watching the show around 7 or 8 o'clock, man. So. I mean, look, for Wrestle Dream, bro. We were doing the review till 2 in the morning. So
yeah, exactly. So well, I like the way this is looking, man. I really do.
yeah, for sure. So we also got more news. Yes, because I believe Bad Blood started. I want to say Bad Blood started at 5.
I think it
So
did.
it looks like,
Technically,
huh?
yeah. No, go ahead.
Bad Blood started at 5, and it says that this show starts at 5:30 Eastern, which for us would be 4:30. I think I seen for the UK it would be 10:30 for you guys.
Ye- Yeah.
Because for Central Time it's 4:30. So I don't know if the main
Hmm.
card starts at 4:30 or if they're only doing a half hour pre-show with the show to start at. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as we get
No clue.
closer to the date. Um, yeah, we'll have to see as we get closer to the date. But I believe I did see for the UK time it would be 10:30. So uh, yes, for you guys it would be 10:30 p.m. So for Pacific time, it would be 2:30 p.m. For Eastern, it would be 5:30. For UK, it would be 10:30, and then for us in the Central time zone, it would be 4:30. So yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, man. So that is the time change for Survivor Series, man. As moving on to more WWE news. This is actually regarding Netflix. Um, According to Bloomberg, WWE is set to debut a behind the scenes documentary series on Netflix. This new series is a part of WWE's expanding partnership with Netflix. Nick Khan told the University of Southern Carolina Next Level Sports Conference in Inglewood, California. This is interesting. It seems like WWE will be getting some sort of uh I guess No,
Backstage show. I don't know.
yeah,
The way they worded it kind of words like it's going to be like a continuous backstage show. So I'm very intrigued to see how this is going to be.
yeah. I hope it's very raw, no pun intended.
Mm.
I hope it's not a lot of reality television. Let's I actually want to see like people like getting ready for their match, talking about certain big moments that are happening, stuff like that. I don't want to see, something like a Total Divas where we're fabricating fights backstage and we're doing all this type
Fucking
of stuff and yeah, but
making John Cena the ultimate asshole for no reason.
now that was goaded. That was the
That
most
man was
legendary run,
hilarious.
dude. Oh my god,
Bro, that man really had the heel turn on Total Divas. They just had that man be a dick for no reason.
that man really said you could put me on here, but I'm getting this creative
I'm
freedom.
getting this heel turn. Yeah, bro spent his heel turn on Total Divas.
Not,
Hilarious.
not even
Bro was
creative
talking about
freedom.
putting.
I'm getting creative control, Jack.
Oh, God.
He's getting creative control, man.
Guess Bischoff helped him with that one. A
Probably did.
fucking idiot.
But yeah, I want to see something. Oh, bro, John Cena on Total Divas was goaded, dude. That
That
was goaded.
dude, him and Mox. Mox is hilarious on
Oh,
that shit.
bro, dude, when
He
when somebody stole Renee's hat and he fucking chased him, and he's standing there and he chases the guy down and he's telling him, "All right, now say I'm a drunk dumb fuck," and the guy's like, "I'm a drunk dumb fuck," dude. Oh, that was
This shit
fucking
was
great.
hilarious. That man was great.
They were sitting down with Renee's family, and bro just jumps over the fucking rail and just starts chasing this dude. Oh, that was
Just
great.
chased the bro. That shit was fucking hilarious.
Ah, legendary. But yeah, man. So yeah, again, I want to see something that's very unfiltered. I want to see just backstage moments of debuts, backstage moments of just stuff like that. Just all types of stuff like that. I think would be very nice to see. And just something unfiltered and just a behind the curtain look at certain things. Obviously, don't show too much, but something worthwhile to the point where it is still interesting. So yeah, but that remains to be seen, and hopefully it's good stuff.
Hopefully it is. I'm very intrigued to see how it's gonna go.
Well, Bell, speaking of you UK folk, man, WrestleMania. WrestleMania is no longer a top priority for London amidst the Super Bowl buzz.
Bruh.
According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, London officials no longer view WrestleMania as a priority. They are instead eyeing the possibility of a Super Bowl taking place at Wembley Stadium. The report comes on the heels of NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell getting asked last week at a fan forum about potentially staging a Super Bowl outside of the U.S. one day. Per the Associated Press, Ken McGuire, Goodell didn't shoot down the idea, saying, "We've always traditionally tried to play a Super Bowl in an NFL city. That was always sort of a reward for the cities that have NFL franchises, but things change. It wouldn't surprise me at all if that were to happen one day. Should a Super Bowl occur outside of the U.S., London would undoubtedly be the leading candidate to host it. The city has hosted NFL regular season games annually since 2007. The NFL expanded its footprint on London as well, playing three games in the city. Playing three games in the city that playing three games in the city in each of the past three seasons, with Wembley Stadium and Tottenham Hotspur Stadium serving as the venues. Back in July, London Mayor Sadiq Khan posted a video on X showing him meeting with WWE President Nick Khan and WWE Head of Creative Triple H Shadiq Khan noted he spoke with WWE officials about securing WrestleMania in London, which would be the first WrestleMania ever held outside of North America. He added that they annually, he added that they had a really productive meeting, and there would have been more talks in the future. While WrestleMania has not yet been held overseas, WWE had made it a point recently to expand its reach. Since 2022, WWE has had premium live events in Saudi Arabia, Wales, Canada, Puerto Rico, England, Australia, France, Scotland, and Germany. A WrestleMania outside of North America is the next logical step, although WWE's WrestleMania 41 is already set for Las Vegas, and WWE has committed to having a future WrestleMania in Indianapolis as well.
Hmm. Tottenham?
Tottenham? Is it Tottenham? I don't know, Bell. That's why you are here. That's why you're on board as a part of the NHP legal team. This is why you're here.
You're a British representative. Like,
you're our Will Washington. You got to make sure everything makes sense, Bell. You can't start acting like Will, too. Please don't let me down.
Oh, God. Hopefully no one acts like anyone does in fucking AEW management.
Me and Bell have already been on bad terms for the past calendar year. Probably more than that. Do not make this worse, Bell. But please. Tottenham, whatever it is, that's where the NFL holds shit. But this is a bit this sucks. This sucks that the priority is now moving to the Super Bowl, because I feel like I feel like Roger Goodell's response wasn't as, I feel like his response wasn't. Yeah, his response wasn't as just driven as Triple H's were. Triple H was more of like, let's talk, let's do it, let's do business. Roger Goodell was more of just like, yeah, we like to do it in the U.S., and that's our U.S.'s reward for having franchises, but, never say never, and, maybe one day it'll happen. I don't see, and again, I mean, this is coming from a wrestling fan, so obviously I'm going to have a wrestling fan's bias. I think WWE should still be the priority. Now, I get the Super Bowl makes more money than the WWE, and it's more of a financial grab for London, so I get it. But me just speaking in my wrestling fan's bias, I feel WWE has more ambition to hold a show in London over over the NFL. But that's just me, and again, I already know I'm speaking with the wrestling fans bias, but I would personally just like to see a WrestleMania held in London, man, and I hate that it's kind of being taken over by the Super Bowl now, but financially and business wise speaking, I do understand it.
Exactly. It makes sense at the end of the day. They're going to choose a more money-making option. At the end of the day, the NFL is a bigger, more money-making option. But too much to ask for both. Why not? Why not make as much money as possible? Do both at the same year. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's just money. That's money to your city right there. The levels of tourism back to back would be insane. That would bring the city so much money. I don't know why you're choosing one over the other. I get maybe you want to divide it, do one year, do one year, do one another the next. But like, dude, there's money in it. Just fuck it, do it back to back. Make your city the most money it's ever made tourist wise in a long time. Might as well.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, a Super Bowl in 2026 along with WrestleMania. I don't know if they'll have the money to pay for all that, but at the end of the day, I'm sure they'll be making a nice chunk of return on again, all the tourism, the tickets, and all the hotels, and just everything that goes in, the amount of money that is just spent at those weekends of Super Bowl and WrestleMania. Again, I don't know if they got the money to pay for those in the same year, because Super Bowl's first week of February,
Mm.
or the first couple weeks of February. WrestleMania's 2 months later in April. So again, I don't know if they got the money to pay for all that, but if I was, if I was them, I would be looking to go for both, and I honestly think they are still looking to go for both. It just seems as
I think so.
now the Super Bowl is taking
One
a little
step
bit
over.
more priority, which again, a wrestling fan's
Makes
bias.
sense.
Obviously, I'm gonna want to see Mania go there, and obviously, I'm gonna put Mania as my top priority. But I get why it's not London's top priority, because obviously the Super Bowl is like it's the end all be all for entertainment. So yeah, man. But that is that, and
Hmm.
hopefully still we can see one of these WrestleManias coming to London, bro. So yeah.
Definitely, man. I mean, it's interesting to see how they're gonna do it.
And speaking of WWE going to interesting venues, according to Wrestling Observer Newsletter, WWE has a date booked for the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. While not confirmed, the belief is that this will be on November 6th, which would be the NXT TV taping on Wednesday, the day after the election, which just so happens to be a day that they could be going head to head with AEW Dynamite. Um,
Might
the
see get
fact
embarrassed again.
the fact is there will be a show. The fact is there will be a show that has been confirmed by. There will be a show there, and it has been confirmed by many, just not the date. And Tony Khan's probably gonna fucking flip his lid again, and he's probably gonna get
He's
obliterated.
fucking
Oh, November 6th, man. If we get a generationally bad Dynamite again, ratings wise, you all know why. It's because
Mhm.
they might be going up against NXT, and NXT in the ECW arena sounds pretty hard to me, bro. And this obviously does validate the fact that uh they do want to take NXT on the road more often than usual. So I could see it.
I could definitely see it. I think they're gonna do it. WWE they love their competition. Tony Khan hates his competition, so it's gonna be real interesting, man. It's gonna be a generational Twitter experience. I'll give you that.
Another one. Another one on the
Another
year
one, dude. Another meltdown. It's gonna be great.
could be coming. First time John Cena and Undertaker were on a show under 1 million viewers. And the next year on that same show, my man got 300.
God.
Carlito. Dude, The Rock pulling up to NXT would be the funniest thing ever, Bell. Seeing him do that fucking
That would be
final boss entrance in the ECW arena would be hilarious.
just hitting the fuck. That shit would be fucking hilarious.
Um, all right. Back to Carlito. So, per WrestleVotes, Carlito could be on his way out of the Judgment Day for a singles push. Per WrestleVotes Radio on the Backstage Pass. Well, to be 100% honest, bro, I in no way, shape, or form see Carlito getting any sort of push on.
No.
If anything, bro, they're doing this because they are a little bit underwhelmed with what Carlito brings to the table here.
I think so.
Because he doesn't bring much of anything other than comic relief to a group that should be very serious and very hated, in my opinion. And I honestly, there's no way they're giving Carlito a singles push, and all of his in-ring work since he's been back has been incredibly underwhelming and non-existent, basically.
Hmm.
And I just don't think WWE sees him as that good anymore. And I don't
No.
think WWE sees him as a good fit to this dastardly Judgment Day stable of all stables. So Yeah, I can honestly see Carlito ousted from the Judgment Day and maybe even out of the company.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. I think eventually, I think this is his last run in the company. But we'll see how it goes when they try to get him out the Judgment Day. But I don't think he'll do too much, man. What's up, Durante? How you doing?
Yo, what up, Durante? You missed me getting picked on from Bell, per usual, for saying Tottenham wrong.
Ah,
Tottenham.
damn.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous out here. So Kevin Owens. So it is being reported via WrestleVotes Radio that Kevin Owens is very close to signing a new long-term deal with WWE. There was that, and then we had heard today. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, multiple people in wrestling have said, dating back to Bash in Berlin, that they believe Kevin Owens quietly re-signed with WWE. But that has not been directly confirmed.
Dude, the AEW fans reacting to that shit was hilarious. Dude, I literally saw one tweet. It was a bunch of fucking dream matches he could have in AEW. And then it just goes down the list and it just says KO versus Randy Orton again. And he was so mad. It was fucking great. These fans need help.
Dude, man, I haven't seen him yet. I'm sure I will. I can already see the AEW meltdown here.
Oh, it's great. It's
They
hilarious.
they wanted Owens versus Eddie Kingston in a street fight at AEW Grand Slam so bad. They can't even fathom it.
No, they can't fathom. They really can't fathom it. It's insane. It's hilarious.
Bell, what can I say, bro? The Rock in the ECW arena would be the funniest thing ever.
That would
Bro,
be absolutely fucking hilarious.
dude. Oh god. That that would be hilarious, bro. And I mean, I guess it would make sense with Ava being the general manager, called the final boss. I don't know what the fuck he
That
would
would
do
be.
on NXT, but that would be hilarious, bro. If they just trotted him out there to do whatever. But anyways, that's ridiculous. She's always heckling me. I don't know. She just wakes up every Friday with hate on her plate, bro. It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
So, yeah, I can already see the AEW fan meltdown as it seems Kevin Owens is quietly resigned quietly re-signed with the company, and I can already see it, bro. They are not happy campers here, man. They are not happy
Oh
campers.
no.
And yeah. Uh, Either way, I honestly did not see Kevin Owens going over to AEW anyway. If that man didn't go over to AEW in March of 2022, which was one of their hottest periods, bro, he ain't going now.
Bro had the opportunity to go when Vince was in power and when AEW was good, and he didn't do it. He ain't going now. Come on.
And I look, Bell, the aspect of AEW, I can already see the tweet, bro. I can already see Tony Khan
Oh, it's gonna
tweet
be
now.
great.
The Rock on NXT with
Oh,
under
really?
first time The Rock's been on a show with under 1 million viewers. I can already
You
see
do it. You would dynamite. Hashtag AEW Dynamite live right now.
it.
Like,
Beast Mordos versus Isaiah Cassidy live on Dynamite right now. I can already see it. I can already see it. But
and
yeah,
then like
bro.
fucking Morty versus the fucking
The
Rock.
Beast Morty.
God.
Um, but no, man. Yeah, Kevin Owens, bro. Kevin Owens. I mean, it was for me, bro. It was a foregone conclusion. He's staying in WWE, and I seen nothing. I seen nothing other than this, bro. I absolutely, without question, seen him signing with WWE. And again, I don't know how this comes as a surprise to literally anybody.
Literally, man. I don't know how this is a shock.
So yeah. Raw and SmackDown. So, according to WrestleVote's Backstage Pass, SmackDown will be 3 hours, starting with the January 3rd show, the first episode of 2025, and it will remain that way until the May 30th episode. Additionally, it is expected that in January, Raw will also return to a 3-hour format with its move to Netflix. It's likely that NXT talent will be brought in prior to the draft to cover the 6 hours of programming. I will say, bro, I am... Now, obviously, I'm interested. They've only had one live episode of a 2-hour Raw, and it was a bit rocky. But the second one was better format-wise, flow-wise. I thought it was a lot better. I'm interested to see what they do, but I will say my body is still, sort of adapting, to, a 2-hour Raw. But overall, man, I like them, and I'm gonna be sad to see them go. But NXT is gonna have to get gutted, bro. Either that, or
Hmm.
you're just gonna have to make who you have bigger deals,
Yeah,
on the
you just
show.
got to do more with them. You got a great roster. You just got to do more with them, especially over on SmackDown. You're gonna have to do more with them.
100%, 100%. You're gonna have to do a lot more with them, and yeah, like I said, either NXT is gonna have to get gutted again, which is fine because that's what it's for. It's developmental. It's supposed to send people out there to get reps and experience, and that's okay. And again, half of those people don't need to be in NXT anyway. You could easily call an Ethan Page up if you wanted him
Oh
on the main
yeah,
roster. You
I'll
can,
trick up.
yeah, Trick, the women, uh, Stephanie Vaquer and Julia don't even need to be down there, but I don't see them being called up. Roxanne's gotta go.
Oh
Roxanne,
yeah, she's
the
got to
Rox,
go up.
Roxanne should have been on the main roster for like 2 years at this point. Um, and it's gonna get gutted, and overall that's okay. Sean's gonna throw some more people out there. Oba Femi, maybe Tony D'Angelo, and the D'Angelo family can be called up. I think that will be nice, but overall, man, I'm excited to see who they bring up. And like I said, either they can bring people up or they can have people on the show to just make them a bigger deal, man. Just make them a bigger deal. I mean, look at how many weeks Santos Escobar has just been doing nothing on the main
Literally,
roster. I mean, the guy just feels dead in the water. Look at DIY. Look at all these different acts that just feel like nothing, man. And I would like to see them. I would like to see them actually do something worthwhile, man. And I would thoroughly like to see that, and I would enjoy that very much, bro. But we'll just have to wait and see on how exactly all the inner workings of this work out. But it's something I'm interested to see, man, and I'm very skeptical on 6 hours of main roster television, man. I think that might be a bit too much.
oh, I think so, definitely. I'm always a advocate for less is more, so I'm not a big fan of this model,
Sure.
man, but hopefully they do good with it.
So, Brock Lesnar.
Oh
Oh, here
God.
we go. So, this is something. Okay. So, first and foremost, the first thing we heard by WrestleVotes. First thing we heard by WrestleVotes, they had claimed Brock Lesnar was in talks, or WWE had been in talks with Brock Lesnar about a potential return to the company. Days later, we get a report from Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful saying that there are no creative plans in place for Brock Lesnar and there are no plans for him to return to the company, as WWE and TKO have worked hard to distance themselves from anything that could relate to the Vince McMahon lawsuit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's weird, dude. I don't know. I mean, I probably wouldn't do it anytime soon, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. I genuinely don't fucking know. I have no clue.
I understand that. I understand that. And see, I also see the thing is, man, is like realistically, is there stuff you can find Brock Lesnar to do? The way WWE's been building talent, absolutely. Right?
I
There's
mean, yeah,
absolutely stuff you can find for him to do. That's not the problem. It's I mean, obviously you could throw him in there with Johnny Gargano. You could throw him in there with Ilya Dragunov. You could throw him in there with Braun Breaker, Oba Femi. You could throw him in there with Gunther, obviously. But the one thing that anybody really, wants to, genuinely see Brock Lesnar do, I feel at this point, is maybe the match with Gunther. And
yeah,
even at that, is Gunther, will Gunther live without it? Yes, he'll be
yeah.
fine. And at the end of the
There's
day,
some.
would Brock, obviously, at the end of the day, man, Brock is one of the great, one of the greatest of all time. That's just, again, nobody can ever take that away from him. He's a great seller, storyteller. You guys know all that stuff about Brock Lesnar. But who is Brock Lesnar going to put over nowadays that's going to, catapult somebody to superstar status, man? I mean, this current age of Brock Lesnar has kind of just been known for putting guys over. I mean, how many times is he going to come back in and take a loss before it just becomes meaningless and before, it becomes general consensus that everybody beats Brock? At the end of the
No,
day,
literally.
um, I think it's best WWE, if you go through this lawsuit and you feel that, Brock Lesnar's involvement wasn't as big of, if WWE finds that Brock Lesnar's involvement wasn't that big of a deal, or if they don't see it as that big of a deal, and if you want to bring him back after the lawsuit, then that's their choice. But at the end of the day, I'm waiting until this lawsuit gets done with, because again, you know, what happens if this guy's on WWE television, he's in the middle of a feud with an up and coming guy, and he just has to be off television because something about this lawsuit comes up that is groundbreaking, which again, judging off those court documents, I think we know about all we need to know. This man was in bed with Vince McMahon. I mean, not literally, but he was in the he was trying to do that. He was trying to be on that shit that Vince McMahon was on. I think that's about
Mm-hmm.
all we need to know. Obviously, what Brock did wasn't as bad as what Vince McMahon did, but he knew about it and he had a fucking hand in it. And if that's the case, let's now bring him back, bro, because it's there's nothing that jumps off the page that's that big for him to do anyways, to the point where you got to
No.
disregard a lawsuit just to bring him back. There's nothing that serious. We'll be fine without him. There's a ton of stars in the company that can build stars in term veteran wise. Again, you have guys in the company that are big stars that can put guys over and make them stars. You have a Seth Rollins, he can put a guy over. We always talk about him putting Bronson Reed over. Roman Reigns, you don't think when Roman Reigns puts Jacob Fatu over, that's going to be a huge thing? Cody Rhodes, The Rock is back in the mix. You don't think John Cena is going to be putting guys over on the farewell tour? There's more than enough legends or huge names that are capable of putting guys over other than Brock Lesnar. So at this time, man, I just genuinely don't think we need Brock back.
No, I really don't think we do. I think it's not necessary, and I think it's too risky at this point, man. I'll just move on.
For sure. For sure, man. So, typical conflicting reports by dirt sheets. WrestleVote says one thing, Fightful says the other. I don't know, but what we do know is what we just told you guys, and that's my take on it. That's Sirke's take on it. And again, man, I mean, there's no denying how good Brock was, but at the end of the day, what you're bringing him back for isn't that important to the point where you should disregard a whole lawsuit and all of everything going on around it just to bring him back to put over Gunther. I mean, Gunther's already a superstar, bro, so
Oh, fuck yeah.
and I know Gunther wanted the match, but at the end of the day, man, nobody planned for this to happen, and it sucks, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Styles, our final story for the day here, on this episode 236 of the news. Wrestling Observer stated that AJ Styles was set to begin a story where he would be on his farewell tour before suffering a mid-foot ligament sprain. As he responded to a fan on Twitter, and he did confirm that, as the kids say, I am cooked. There was another tweet. He said it's called a Linz Frank injury. Look it up. It sucks. I thought when I took off my boot, I would have a bone sticking out of my foot. As the typical recovery time for the Linz Frank injury is 6 to 12 weeks. However, this is a very, very easy injury to re-injure. Therefore, doctors typically recommend up to 1 year. Wow.
That sucks, dude. Although, since it is going to be probably his last run, I don't know if the farewell tour was going to be like a gimmick farewell tour or a real
that was my
farewell
question
tour.
too.
But it might turn into a real one, even if it wasn't, because maybe he gets it fixed. He heals up. He takes a decent amount of time off, and before that year is up, they recommend maybe he goes on his farewell tour and just wraps it up, man. Because he's approaching the end anyway. He might just say, "Fuck it, let's do the one last run and move on." So maybe, but it sucks, dude. That's such a horrible timing, and I hope everything goes well. I wouldn't want him to injure himself further, so wish him the best, man. And that's just horrible timing, man.
It's horrible timing, and I want to say though, my outtake on this, I'm gonna try to look at this through a positive lens. There's a lot wrong with what AJ Styles was doing on television right now, and obviously not to say the injury was a good thing at all, but it could be a blessing in disguise, because this is not the way anybody wanted AJ Styles to go out. Also, a farewell tour? Whose farewell tour are we about to go into that's going to completely overshadow anything AJ Styles would have done? John Cena. Unfortunately, not to take anything away from AJ, of course. But, if AJ is out for a year, what is this going to do? What could this present to WWE to do? The trajectory which AJ Styles was going on is the trajectory I think nobody wanted to see him in. He's on SmackDown, wrestling in the mid-card, doing nothing. He's got a horrible theme song. He is overall gonna do a farewell tour storyline that, again, I don't know if it's a storyline or not, but it more than likely would have just felt less than it should have. If he's out of action for over a year, this presents a great opportunity, because the WWE Championship could be freed up. Or you could bring him back to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship on the opposing show if the WWE title is not freed up with Bloodline, Cody, Rock stuff or whatever. You could bring AJ back. You can have him get a last world title run. You can bring him back with his fucking theme song.
Please.
And maybe in the year of 2026, you can have AJ Styles come back, do his farewell run, and when he loses the belt, retire.
He retires.
So there is a lot of good shit that can come out of a long break for AJ Styles. Again, this is horrible that he got injured, but he can come back with Phenomenal by CFO, the correct theme song, and he can come back and not have to worry about The Rock and AJ Styles, and he can actually have one last WWE title run for a couple months. This could present a great opportunity for WWE to allow time to let them give AJ Styles the run we all want him to have.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm excited for, to be honest, man. That I'm excited for, to be honest. And again, this is a horrible injury, and I wish AJ a speedy recovery, bro. But this could present a great way to bring him back for the farewell tour in 2026 that we all know that he can do. Because again, you won't have the Cena farewell tour to overshadow it. You could bring him back with his right theme song, and you could bring him back when a world title is freed up that he can actually win.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I think that might be the best option. I think that might be the best option for. It sucks that we probably won't get one last match between him and Cena at this point. That's probably out the window, but
May
definitely, man. I think it's best to take the time to heal.
For sure, maybe later. I mean, if he is out a year, I mean, he should be back around November. I mean, so him and Cena
Yeah,
got like a solid month if they wanted to be on like next year's Survivor Series undercard to do a
that'd be
match.
cool.
Maybe AJ Styles takes a world title off of John Cena in his farewell tour.
I would like that. Maybe. I don't
Maybe.
think Cena will want the world title.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think.
Cena's also not the. I mean, Cena said before, if WWE tells him they want it, he'll do it.
I don't think they will though. I don't think they will either. I don't think either parties are looking for that right now. I could
Uh,
be shocked, and I could be shocked, and I could be wrong, but I feel like both parties. It's not maybe like a month-long reign or something, but that's like the most. Like a little Brian Danielson type thing, but that's the most.
yeah, and that's what I see. That's what I see. I see them wanting him to break the record, because Ric Flair is not too involved with the company much, and his name is
That's
very
true.
controversial. And
Mm-hmm.
I also see them doing a storyline of Cena versus Gunther with the world heavyweight title involved. Being that
I could
I
see
think
that.
they're going to want to capitalize on the story of him being getting number 17. I think that's
Definitely.
I think that's what they do. But maybe that's the case, but hopefully, and that's great that you bring that up, man. Hopefully we do get one last match between Styles and Punk. So or not Punk stuff. I actually would love to see that too. But
Oh
Styles and
yeah,
Cena. Um
definitely.
I would love to see that. There's a lot of last matches I want to see with Cena. I know Kevin Owens wants the match. I know he wants the match on the anniversary they had their first match. Um, I know I want the AJ match. I want an Orton match. I want a Punk match. I want a there's a lot of matches I want. I want a Braun Breaker match. I want a Gunther match. I want a lot of matches with John Cena over the next year, man. But I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm interested to see how this goes, man. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but this could be a blessing in disguise, and we could see a very interesting opportunity open up for AJ Styles to actually have a proper farewell run. Had this, if this is an actual farewell tour and not just a kayfabe one, but like Sir K said, even if this was a kayfabe farewell tour, I feel like with AJ getting this big of an injury this late in his career, I feel when he does come back, he is going to want to
It will be.
actually wrap it
Mm-hmm.
up this time.
Definitely, I think so.
So yeah, man, and that is all the news today that we have on today's episode of not of unscripted of
Go
the
ahead.
news here today for you guys, man. As yeah, that is gonna do it. That is all the news here today we got for you guys, man. So with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny.
And nice. Okay.
And well, Bell, hopefully we'll be saved from Charlotte breaking the record now that Vince is out of the helm. Um,
God, I hope so.
Seriously, bro. But yes, thank you guys for everybody who came out, man. My biggest enemy in the world, Bell. Durante, Logan, thank you guys all for joining us. Whether you guys are here now or part of the Replay Mafia, thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys, man. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Monday with Unscripted.
Peace.